asked us to give Ryan his Senior Director pin tonight. So, Ryan Butler. Step forward and say a few words there, Ryan.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ryan Butler. I'm 24 years old. I'm from a small town called Pottstown.
Yeah.
I just recently graduated from Mills University with a degree in PR. This opportunity was brought to me about 11 and a half months ago from one of my best friends. And he had been trying to get at me for about a week and a half through Facebook. Me, myself, I really don't operate through Facebook. There's too much going on, so I ignored him. Finally, a number called me. If you're from Pottstown, you know 610. And that number came across my phone. I said, oh, it's like one of my buddies who lost his phone and got a little prepaid phone. So I answered. I said, hey, hello. He said, Big Ryan. I said, who's this? He said, it's Phil Belford. I said, I ignored it. You know, I came with a bunch of excuses. Man, I've been busy, man. He said, I don't work. I'm sorry. Nah, I need to come out there and show you something. I said, come on out. He drove all the way from King of Prussia to Lancaster. And he sat down in my bedroom and he showed me this presentation. And he showed my brother and Lenny this presentation. But before I even tell you my story, this wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for the man upstairs. So I have to say thank you to him. Second of all, we acknowledge him. I want to personally acknowledge him because this guy has been working by my side, hand in hand, new managing director, Evan Urban. I want to give him a round of applause. My story is I was going to Miami 2 weeks after I started this presentation. And I was going for spring break. And I was excited, man. I've never been to Miami. I ain't gonna lie. I saw the palm trees. I know it's beautiful. I said I need to get down there. So he showed me the presentation. I said, Phil, this is great, man, but tell me why I should do this business. And some of y'all just saw this presentation were probably thinking, why should I do this business or why shouldn't I? He said, okay. I said, because listen, I'm going to Miami in 2 weeks. Right now, I'm not going to do this business, but you tell me why and convince me why I should. He said, all right. He said, did you pay your electric bill last year? I said, yes, I did. He said, you paid it 12 times, am I correct? I said, yeah. He said, okay. Did PPN ever send you a check? I said, absolutely not. He said, okay. Did they ever send you a memo saying, thank you for being our customer? I said, no. As a matter of fact, they knew I was going to call them when I moved into my house. We got to call PPN, get our stuff started. He said, okay. He said, well, how many times are you going to pay your electric bill next year? I said, I'm going to pay it 12 times. He said, are you ever going to be late? I said, well, no, because I have an iPhone, and I like to freeze my vegetables and refrigerate my Kool-Aid and wash and dry my clothes. So I'm not going to be late not 1 month. He said, I hope you're not naive, because when you pay that bill, you're going to be able to do all of that. But somebody's getting paid off your house, and somebody's getting rich off your house. You have to do that. So would you rather be somebody else, or would you rather be you? I said, oh, you got it. And I signed up. And then next day, my brother Leonard signed up. And since then, we have blown this thing up in Lancaster. And basically, what I want to say to you is, for people who's going outside looking and thinking about this business, do not become the next Joe Green. A lot of y'all don't know who Joe Green is. I had the opportunity to watch CNBC News the other week, and it had a special, Mark Zuckerberg. We all know who Mark Zuckerberg is, right? The guy who owns Facebook. He's a billionaire. He's worth $28 billion, okay? Mark Zuckerberg started Facebook 7 years ago, around the time we started eBay, all right? Mark Zuckerberg went to Harvard. Joe Green was Mark Zuckerberg's roommate, okay? He came to Joe, he said, hey, Joe, I got an idea. I'm going to start Facebook, and it's going to make billions and billions of dollars for us. I want you to invest with me. Let's make this money together. Joe said, sounds good, Mark, all right, count me in. Joe went home and spoke to his parents. He said, Joe, don't you get involved with that. It's just a trend. Joe went back to Mark Zuckerberg and said, hey, Mark, I want to say thank you for giving me this opportunity, but I'm going to have to decline. How do you think Joe Green feels right now? Now, I said to say this because I'm not saying if you do not do it tonight, you cannot make money. You probably made good jobs. But what I'm saying is, Joe Green is a millionaire. But does anybody know what's worse than being a millionaire? Knowing that you could have been a billionaire. Knowing that if you would have went with something that's trendy, you could have been a billionaire. And right now igniting this trend. Ladies and gentlemen, we're only in 5 states. Alrighty, that's all we're in. And if you know anything about the news, the regulation is going to happen throughout this entire country. I called my mother, she said, hey baby, you know this ain't the first time the regulation happened. I said, what you talking about, Mom? She said, well, you know the phone companies got to be regulated. It didn't start with Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, it didn't start with that. It started with Bell Land. Raise your hand if you saw a Bell Land commercial last week. Verizon, T-Mobile, AT&T, they all run the commercials now. And it's the same thing with United. There's a lot of money on the table to be made. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm pretty sure every time we wake up and we go to work, we do it to get paid. And I'm gonna leave y'all with this. I also saw a special on Bill Gates, the richest man in this country. And the lady that was interviewed was saying, Bill, how does it feel to wake up every morning knowing that you're rich and that money is not an option or a problem? He said, well, being rich feels good. He said, but it's not about that. He said, I became rich so that I can focus on the things that are important. My family, my kids, and their education. And now I do not have any financial barriers hindering me from doing that. I'll leave that with y'all. That's why you should get it tonight. If you have kids or if you don't have kids, do this for your children. So that when they rise up and get older and they want to go to Baylor or Harvard, you don't have to tell them, no, baby, you got to go to a local school so you can save some money. But you can send them to that school, and when they become sophomores, you can bring them into the business, get them going in college, and by the time they graduate, they have a residual check every single month. And I'm not lying to you. The #1 money in the country swagger, he did that with his daughter. And now you know where his daughter is? She's recording a country album. She's not working. So that's my motivation. And I want to say thank you for giving me the time. Thank you.
Hey, folks. Just a couple announcements here. Next week.